Buongiorno, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Your resident Ned Spodos at your service. Welcome to the dark dimension of the Despondos philosophy. Stupid things people say. I will be happy when this happens. Insert occurrence of good fortune or whatever. Now, with some of the friends that I have that I work with, and I used to work with on overnights, and then with this friend that I work with in the meat department. Um, I've noticed with one friend that I have, I'm not sure if he has bipolar or what he has, but he's always looking for women. And, he's a very, very attractive individual. He works out, and he's, really buffed up, and, and has several kids, but he has a really bad temper problem. Anything can set him off, and he's never publicly admitted it, or maybe, I don't know if to himself, or that he knows that his ways drive women away and drive people away, and he thinks that, oh, once I have the perfect woman, I'll be happy then. And I don't think that will be the case. You have to find happiness, and you have to do things to make yourself stay happy. Um, and that's hard because not everybody. There are tons of people who can be happy without anything, and the things just kind of fall into place for them because they make the right decisions and they just keep the right composure with it all. And that's the example that my friend that I work with now has. Now, his wife is a nurse. She's a very attractive Filipino woman. He met her through a pen pal type of thing to meet women. He actually was talking to her sister, and he met her through her sister, which is, But the thing is that he has. But even before he had her, and before he had a lot of stuff, because he basically doesn't even need to work, really. I mean, not at least here, and he's toyed around with the idea of quitting here and going and opening up his own bike shop because he's a bike assembler, but then he's over in our department. He's actually by title in our department, and they have him do all kinds of things all over the store, maintenance stuff wise, and when they need a handyman to build stuff, they have him. Um, he, but before he was married and before he really had all his stuff, he was still a happy guy. And he's happy regardless. I mean, I think it's not necessarily decisions, it's just how your brain chemistry works. If you have bipolar, I mean, that's your mind, screwing with reality. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do other than take medication and maybe help try to see things in perspective. Maybe try to change yourself, that's what I've done. I try to change myself, change my things around me and my attitudes, and you know, as much as I try, though, there's tons of times where that just doesn't work. Um, but for him, he says, well, I've always been a happy guy. Now I'm just a happy guy with more stuff. you know, And my other friend that worked on overnights that I think has the bipolar, he's had trouble in his life, and he's always talking about, oh, my ship's gonna come in someday. My ship's, things will get better for me, and because he's, and I told him, I said, well, it's not about, now if you're always just waiting for your ship to come in, it may never, it's probably out there. You just got to swim out to meet it. And he didn't object to that. He probably saw the validity in that statement. Sometimes, though, you'll swim out and you think you see a ship out there, but it's not really a ship. It's a big, giant killer whale or killer whale shark, mutant shark, and it wasn't a ship at all, or it's a pirate ship, and they're going to steal from you and kill you. I mean, I guess in a way I could kind of see that me coming today, the day shift, was kind of like that in a way, because it's like I thought it was going to be a great life, but it ended up being a pirate ship of sorts, but I just kind of joined the crew, and I'm not really happy on this ship. Wanted to just try to swim back out to shore, but they haven't let me go. um, but my friend, the friend on overnights, now he's kind of alluded to the fact that that my friend who works in the meat, and they're good friends, they don't have anything bad to really say too much about each other, but the friend on overnights always seems to like to find things that he's jealous of that other people have, because he thinks, well, because he kind of looks like my friend who works with me. um, he sees how his wife has a lot of money, who makes a lot of money, and he's never actually said it, but I've heard other people say, not about him particularly, but just in general, how people think, oh, the real reason why he's so happy is because he's got lots of money, and his wife, pays all those. I'll say not pays the bills, not in a way to where he feels bad, um, that that he's not a man, not the man of the house or whatever. It's like that stuff doesn't matter. But the fact that she bought him a brand new lime green Mustang, and my friend on overnights, just kind of sounds a little jealous about it. It's like, oh, you must really have it rough. Wife buying him a nice Mustang, and it's like, but it's like he said he'd be happy no matter what was going on. He'd be happy if his wife, worked where he did, and if they didn't have a lot of stuff. But so sometime, some people it's easier for them to be more happy than others. Some people will never be fully happy, no matter what they have or what. And if because they're not happy, they can drive that stuff away, drive those opportunities away, and so it's kind of it's a sad situation for a lot of folks like that, that can that they just gotta find happiness, or they gotta change themselves so that they can get happy, I guess. And that's kind of, I've always tried to do that. I've always working on it. Um, but I know it's stupid though that people think that if they had what others have that they don't have, that somehow that will seal their happiness. Now, that might for a while, and I know my friend on overnights, he can be happy for a while, but then something bad will happen and he won't be happy anymore, and it will go away. Or even if it doesn't go away. But I think he's the type of guy that it'll stay for as long as he can keep it. But he won't. He'll somewhere along the line won't be happy with it anymore, or just won't be. Something will bother him. But anyway, so find your happiness, folks.